Greetings, everyone. This is Gary Cohen, the Rec Center Show on KSCW, Sun City West Broadcasting Club. Our guest today is Katy O'Grady, the General Services Officer for the Rec Centers of Sun City West. Welcome back, Katy.
Thanks for having me, Gary. Appreciate it.
It's been a while since we have spoken, and we have had a lot of new residents here since the last time you and I were looking at each other. So for the newcomers, why don't you outline the role that you play at the Rec Center?
Sure. As General Services Officer, I kind of do a lot of different things. The main departments I supervise are information technology and public relations. And then at a high level, I supervise the library and special events as well. But of course, they have managers that are very involved in the day-to-day and get those things done. So those departments run very smoothly as well.
How do you balance it all? There's a lot going on. You probably have a lot of plates spinning at the same time.
I do. I never know. I have plans when I come in for the day, but they change almost when I get through the door. But keeps it exciting.
You got a good team helping you out? You're not all by yourself, I hope.
Oh, no, absolutely not. We have a great team. And actually, we've had a lot of turnover throughout the association in the last year. But, fresh faces, fresh ideas. It should be an exciting year as they all kind of come together.
And, of course, since you and I spoke, there was a really big change. Of course, Mr. Whiting, retired. That was a big emotional change. And then, Mr. Bill Schwind is on board. So how are things going with the new look at the rec centers?
Good. I mean, Mike had big shoes to fill. It seemed like we would not be able to find someone as his caliber, but Mr. Schwind is doing an excellent job. He's got great credentials that he comes to us with. Quick learner, he's up to speed and gelling with a new governing board, which is also has some new members as of July 1st. So, like I said, it should be an exciting year as all this comes together.
So what message do you have to everyone out there at this fine summer day?
Well, you mentioned the newcomers. If we do have newcomers, we sell about 100 homes per month. So we obviously have a lot of new people. If they haven't taken Torch, we really recommend that. That's the number one way to get to know the community, the government, the setup, how living in an unincorporated community really works, and then, of course, the other area agencies and nonprofits that we work with. It's a great 7-week program to get up to speed on that.
It's easy to get involved, isn't it? Not just maybe join a club, but actually maybe be involved in the running of this
Absolutely.
community, right?
Yes. The governing board meetings, the study sessions, the committee meetings are all open to the community. If someone's interested in a particular community or committee, they can just attend, listen to what those guys have to say, and it's a good way to get involved and maybe move on to bigger and better things after you get a little acclimated to the governance.
Are there a variety of skills that you all look for particularly, or is it just general if you've had a background in business, that kind of thing?
Yeah, interestingly, the governing board created a governing development committee this last year, and so that idea was to help bring in applicants for the different committees, ones with certain skills based on the needs of that committee. So there is an online application. I think it's under Things to Do on the website. It's a good way to get in there, give your skills, your interest levels, the committees you might be interested in, and then those applications go to the committee chair as they are getting ready for the new fiscal year. They look through the resume, see who they have a need for, if there's a certain skill set, and then they give them a call. So that's working pretty well. We've got quite a few applicants filling those out.
Not necessarily a quiet time this summer, even though we're at a reduced population. There's always something going on for you, isn't there?
It's been huge this year. This summer has not slowed down one bit from my perspective. I'm sure the roads are a little bit slower, but behind the scenes, there's a lot going on. We've started the space utilization renovations, so Beardsley is well underway. We're doing most of Beardsley in-house. And then since the new fiscal year started, we've gone out to get bids on a contractor. It's called a CMAR, so that's a construction manager at risk. We got bids on that, someone that wanted to take on the Kuntz portion of the space utilization.
So there's a lot going on.
A lot, yes.
And a dog park that is, expanded even for the guys with four legs.
Yep. The folks have been asking for that for quite a while. Of course, we have to work that into our fiscal year plan, and that was recently completed. So should be nice for our pet-friendly folks.
How far ahead do you all look? Some companies you hear about, we have a 5-year plan. We have a 1-year. I mean, I think it would be impossible to do it day to day, but how far ahead do you all look when you're thinking about this community?
That's been a struggle for the rec centers in the past several years. We have turnover in the board, so the vision might change from year to year. But one of the things that we have budgeted for in the next fiscal year is actually a long-range plan for the association. And that would be someone we would have come in from the outside, take a look at the trends in recreation, where we are, what we have, what we don't have, what we need to have, how we're going to pay for any improvements we might want. So that is something that we can look forward to in the next fiscal year.
And of course, new residents coming in, they probably come in with new ideas.
New ideas, yeah. We see that all the time. ARC is new because people had an idea and they made it a reality. Pickleball didn't exist, not too long ago, and that's huge in the community. So we change with the demographics. What
I think is really great also is the ability for people who have special needs to even enjoy life here. The ramps, the special needs facilities at the pool. I've seen folks being wheeled into the water. I think this is an amazing community.
Absolutely. Of course, we follow all the ADA regulations, but we're just uniquely poised to meet the needs of people as they age, and that's our whole idea, is age in place here in Sun City West. Everything you need is right here. It's interesting as we travel during the summer, a lot of us go to these different communities and you see these sidewalks or these cracks or these steps, and you're like, this would never fly in Sun City West. We've got it really good here.
Yeah, I was driving through Scottsdale the other day, and I saw a shrubbery coming out on a sidewalk. This is Scottsdale we're talking about.
Yeah.
You don't see that here. People really care about the community here.
Absolutely. And, a huge part of that is the prides. They keep it clean. They keep it beautiful. They keep the debris off the roads. Just a beautiful place to live.
Yeah, and I just read recently that the prides are making sure that the landscaping people are doing their job, too. They're not leaving anything behind,
Yeah, no. And our staff works very closely with the prides. In fact, you're seeing some of the small ornamental orange trees being removed from some of the boulevards. Update that look, and the prides are very involved with us on that.
Seems to be a change in the connection and the way it works between PORA and the rec centers now. The CC&Rs have crossed back over the enforcement, so there's a big change in that area, right?
Yeah, that'll be one of the big things people notice is the CC&Rs now being under the rec centers. We were very grateful to have PORA doing that for us in the past. The articles of incorporation are kind of vague on who has that responsibility. It has said that PORA or the rec centers may enforce them, and so we have taken that on. We've got new software. We're actually getting that up and running this week. Formerly it was a rec manager. That new individual is now overseeing CC&Rs and the chartered clubs. He's not new to us, but he's new to this position, and he's going full force. And people will see our logoed cars. The staff members have logoed vests, so they'll be easily identifiable if they're out in the community approaching homes with possible violations.
Are you able to help newcomers with this point that some folks question about? Some folks they have an HOA, some don't have an HOA. Does it matter regarding PORA? I mean, should people become involved with PORA? I mean, does it matter whether you have an HOA or not?
To become involved in PORA, no. I mean, everyone should be involved in PORA. There are liaison with the different governments, the MCSO, the county government, all of that. So it doesn't matter where you are in the community on that. As far as CC&R enforcement, though, if you're in an individual HOA within the community, that would be your first recourse if there was a violation. If they're unable to handle it, they would refer it to us at that point. It would go to our legal team because it is still under the umbrella of the rec centers.
So it is important for people who are new here to understand how, again, it speaks to Torch. To understand how everything works, right?
Yeah, about a third of the homeowners are in an HOA outside of the rec centers. And so there might be additional fees, there might be an additional layer of kind of semi-quasi-government there. But the OHOA, the organization of HOAs, is there to help people, to liaison for them, to work with the rec centers if there's a CC&R violation or something else. So we encourage people to join OHOA as well.
And I understand there's even a new community that may be coming in right near where the Fry's is. There's a property behind there. Is that still going forward from what you understand?
Yeah, from what I understand, I think they're going to break ground in January. This is the K. Hovnanian homes. That be about 50 single-family homes there, age-restricted. They will be members of the rec centers. And they break ground, I think, in January, and then next fall, maybe November 2020, the homes should start going up for sale.
So a lot of folks maybe who are here may be thinking about this I think it's been a while since we've had new homes go up. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. The last ones were the Fitzpatrick Ranch homes up by the church. And this is a unique opportunity. If you want to live in Sun City West and you want a new home, this may be your only chance forever.
Fantastic. Do you have anything that you would like to add to help inform the community?
Other than Torch, which I can't emphasize enough, just come to a meeting, come to a committee meeting, a board meeting. We've got a couple new board members, so they will gel as a team. We've got a couple new committees starting up, and they're all open. So come in, just listen. They are welcoming to have anyone there and get involved. And then if it piques your interest and you want to get more involved, talk to a board member, talk to a staff member, and see what might be available to you.
I'm going to conclude by asking you the question I've asked others. You've been doing this for a bit. What gives you the greatest satisfaction in the job that you have?
I guess seeing Sun City West progress and continually be in the news as one of the leading edge communities or best places to retire for a variety of reasons, either the low taxes or the number of amenities, the number of clubs. We don't put a lot of money into our marketing and public relations because we're sold out. We don't have a lot of homes, available. And so we don't need to do a lot of that marketing. Most of what we have is on social media. If you're not on Instagram and Facebook, follow us there. You'll see these beautiful pictures of people doing what they love to do in this community, and that's what I love to see.
And more and more people are living here year-round. I am finding that people are giving up those northern homes.
Absolutely, and so we're trying to find new and creative ways to keep them entertained during the summer.
Fantastic. Katy O'Grady, General Services Officer, Rec Centers of Sun City West, we thank you so much for joining us once again. We'll look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Sounds great. Thanks, Gary.